The window be captured, please. What's the big idea with technology these days? They'd say it keeps getting better, but look at what I'm dealing with right now. Look what I'm dealing with right now. The dang OBS software is not cooperating. I got the window open. I've got game capture set to Goobies. It's not. Guys, here's the problem. I had it turned off. All right, that solves the issue. Hey guys, welcome to my stand-up comedy routine. Um, I will be playing today as the Wiggle. Sorry, hold on. Can we start over? Hey guys, welcome to my stand-up comedy routine. Today I'll be playing Goobies as hold on. Can we start over? Maybe would it be better if I walked in? Hey guys, welcome to my stand-up comedy routine. Today we're going to be playing Goobies. I'll be playing as the white guy. So let's talk about sorry. Can we start over? Hey guys, so let's talk about technology. What's up with technology? They say it keeps getting better, but the other day I was on my phone and I was trying to figure out what the conversion rate was for miles to kilometers, and I kept saying, "Hey Siri, what's the conversion? What's 1.2 miles in kilometers?" And Siri wouldn't do it. It would just turn on and turn off. Nothing. How about that? I know, that's what I'm saying. It's insane. It's crazy. Siri just doesn't want to talk. Maybe could it be that I maybe could it be the fact that I have is Siri is a woman? Huh? Has anyone ever looked into this? Has anyone ever looked into the fact that maybe it's because Siri's a woman? What's Siri doing in there? Doing her makeup? Doing shopping? What's up with that? Huh? Maybe Siri should spend a little less time maybe Siri should spend a little less time focused on getting her makeup ready and more time focused on converting 1.2 miles to kilometers. Am I right? Maybe what I need is to maybe what I need is to convert instead of converting miles to kilometers is convert Siri from woman to man. Okay, next topic. Let's talk about COVID. Anyone in the audience a fan of COVID tonight? Any COVID fans? What's that? No, no one is a fan of the COVID? Come on, there's got to be at least one fan out there tonight. Come on, someone's got to like it. What's that, sir? You in the back? I see a hand. I see a hand. Hold on, what's that? I'm being told off stage we actually have a vial of the coronavirus 19 that we've cooked up specially for you, sir. Could you come up on the stage? Don't be shy. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. Come on up. Good. Okay, good to see. Jim Bob is a COVID fan. We love to see it. All right, so okay, so the guy comes up on the stage. Here's the bit, and then I take the vial, the syringe, and I'd say, "All right, sir, don't worry. This isn't a nasty vaccine. We don't do that around here. We don't do vaccines around here." And I pull his sleeve up. And I go, "Congratulations, sir. You have COVID-19. How does it feel?" And then the audience cheers. And then I say, all right, get away. I don't want to get COVID. Go back to your, actually leave the building. And then we remove him. We remove him from the building. All right. Let's talk about COVID still. Podcasts. Let's talk about the podcasts. COVID really got everyone inside. No one knew what to do. So what better thing to do than talk to yourself? Talk to a friend. But you can't just do that. You can't just talk. You gotta monetize it. Come on. Are you crazy? Who wants to just talk to a friend? Anytime that I'm sitting around having a conversation with my friend, I'm usually thinking about how can I monetize this, you know? What are friends good for, if not monetization? So that's why I really understand and resonate with a lot of the COVID podcasts, because it's just, you know, a lot of people who really just didn't have anything going on in their lives. They're looking for an outlet for monetization, and they got it. So, you know, congratulations, hats off to them. They made their bag. And you know, it's really great because they've inspired a whole generation of fake podcasts on TikTok. Have you guys seen this? These fake podcasts on TikTok. They set up a fake podcast, and they'll make a clip, but it's not even real. It's not from any podcast or anything. It's a fake show. But anyone scrolling on TikTok may be led to believe that it's real, because if you've ever been on TikTok, you may know that there's basically zero accountability for information on there. You could go on there and make a post about seeing an alien, and your proof could be a diorama that you made in 5th grade, a part of your science fair project, and they would believe you. That's why it was no surprise when I heard that Trump was rebooting Trump University on TikTok. Isn't that crazy? Guys, turns out the guy's not that busy after all. Even though he's got 6 indictments, he's going crazy with the TikTok content. It's the one place that Trump isn't banned. All right, next topic. ChatGPT. Social media. Poke fun at the absurdities of social media trends, online dating, and the strange world of influencers. Okay. So, online dating. Am I right? It's tough out there. You know, you set up a profile. You're kind of like Picasso. You spend hours and hours and hours crafting the perfect image of yourself, only to get one person who even swipes on you, and it's always just the worst person you can possibly imagine. One time I was swiping around on Tinder, and I come across this girl who's absolutely gorgeous, and it turns out we match. I start talking to her, and it turns out she's a fan of Elon Musk. She would not stop talking about X. She loved X. This is the problem with social media. People have just gotten too into their stuff. You know, they can't even get outside anymore. All they know is the internet. And it's just breeding the worst kinds of people. And I think I just need to go outside to meet someone at this point. I think online dating is just, it's not going to be able to happen, because it's just filled with the most insane people now. I thought it was isolated to Twitter. Sorry, X. No, it's everywhere now. You can't avoid it. Everywhere you go, people's brains have been completely broken by just being online. All right, that's the end of that bit. Okay, new bit. We can figure out how to segue this stuff later. We can do AI generated text to speech of me like doing the segue. It's fine. Okay, next thing is internet influencers. Okay, hold on. Generating bit. So I was on vacation recently, and I noticed on the first day being there at the resort, the hotel that I was staying at, there's this guy who was just in the lobby who was on his phone filming himself constantly. and he would not stop talking about. He was live streaming in the lobby, had no regard for anyone else around him, and the funny thing about it is that he had to plug like a sponsorship, and he kept doing it over and over again, and he was doing it right in front of the reception, and never mind. This isn't going anywhere. This is I can't really see the end of this one. This one's scrapped. Cut that one out. All right, next. Next, I'm speedrunning this. Okay. Travel mishaps. Share amusing anecdotes about travel experiences, airport adventures, and cultural misunderstandings. Ooh, that's a good one. Could you give me an example of a cultural misunderstanding that I could riff on? Sure, here's an example of a cultural misunderstanding that you could riff on during your stand-up comedy set. So I love traveling, but let me tell you about this one time I got myself into a real cultural pickle. I was in Japan and I wanted to be respectful and embrace their customs. So I found myself at this traditional Japanese restaurant sitting on the floor in front of a low table. The menu was all in Japanese and I had no idea what any of the dishes were. I'm a bit adventurous when it comes to food, so I thought, hey, why not try something new? I spotted a picture of what looked like a delicious soup and decided to give it a go. I confidently pointed at the picture and said, I'll have this one. This is just an entire bit. There's like nothing for me to riff on. This is just an entire thing. Anyway, the waiter looked at me with a mix of surprise and concern. He hesitated for a moment and then nodded politely. I was excited, thinking I was about to embark on a culinary adventure. But when the bowl arrived, my heart sank. There it was, staring back at me, a bowl of raw eggs. I thought, oh no, they must have misunderstood me. I don't want a bowl of raw eggs. I wanted the soup. But no, it turns out that in Japan, it's common to crack raw eggs into your soup, and that's what I had inadvertently ordered. I tried my best to smile and look gracious while every cell in my body screamed, abort mission. I gingerly dipped my spoon into the soup, trying to make the eggs disappear in the broth. But it was like playing a game of culinary whack-a-mole. As I struggled to eat my eggy soup, I imagined the Japanese locals sitting nearby thinking, ah, another foreigner trying to be culturally respectful and failing spectacularly. Lesson learned, sometimes cultural misunderstandings can leave you with egg on your face. Quite literally. Oh my goodness. That's so good. Lesson learned. That's such a good ending. More stand-up comedians should do that. And then it adds at the end, remember, when riffing on cultural misunderstandings, always approach it with respect and the intention to find humor in the situation, not demeaning or stereotyping any culture. It's all about finding the lighthearted and relatable aspects of cross-cultural experiences. So funny. This is so funny. Oh man, ChatGPT, what a wonder. So anyway, the other day I was using ChatGPT to try and generate some ideas for my stand-up comedy set. And it gives me this long-winded ramble about trying a Japanese dish. And it doesn't seem to understand what a bit is or what I need to riff on. You know, I asked it, can you give me some more information for what I could riff on with a cultural misunderstanding? And it gave me an entire story and it doesn't even have a punchline. The closest thing to a punchline that it has was saying, quite literally had egg on my face. But no, it's not even true. In the story that they read, there was no egg on the face. So I don't know what it was trying to get at. Doesn't make any sense. Why am I buying the Sonic Howl? I'm subconsciously a Sonic the Hedgehog fan? What's going on here? Doesn't make any sense. Million Needles, however, I'm a fan of that. I'm a fan of that one. So the other day I'm playing Goobies and I get I get the Million Needles upgrade. How crazy is that? I think my problem with that is that I taught myself with the Siri bit right at the beginning, and I was unable to really, you know, get it back up there. And now it's just been downhill ever since that bit, which was literally the first thing that I talked about. So there's my problem. Maybe I should save that for the end. The Siri bit goes right at the end. ChatGPT, how should I structure my stand-up comedy set? I have a slightly misogynistic joke to make about Siri at the beginning. Where should I put that one? It's gonna respond and say, as a language learning model, I cannot state that you should say anything that is disrespectful. No, it doesn't get it. I'm trying to attract as many Andrew Tate fans as possible. Video title, how I trained a custom ChatGPT model to attract as many Andrew Tate fans as possible. Here's what I learned, ... I got ChatGPT to generate a stand-up comedy set for me. Here's what I learned, ... I remember one time I looked up, me and a friend looked up videos that had that in the title, and it sorted by like lowest views to highest, and there was just some very hilarious stuff in there. It was like, I was sick for a week. Here's what I learned. Who cares? Is the question that I asked to a majority of those video titles. It was just something that I would not care even if you did learn anything from it. I rode my bike every day for 1 week. Here's what I learned. Who cares? Good for you, I guess, but like, what could you have possibly learned from riding a bike every day? That it's like, it's healthy? Congratulations. Most people figure that out at about age 10. Maybe even younger if their parents like buy them a bicycle for them. And really enforce the idea that riding a bike is pretty healthy. Shout out to the parents who buy their kids Pelotons. You know what I couldn't get behind? The Peloton ads that they always air in the wintertime. I don't know if they still aired them, but it was a couple years ago. The one where the guy, like, I don't know, or maybe it was a woman, I don't know. One half of the couple buys a Peloton and like, I don't even remember. I lost my train of thought. She like buys, okay, she buys the Peloton and then she like rides on it and then gives it as a I don't even know. I forget. Never mind. I'm gonna give up on that one. Someone find me the ad though. I know it's a stupid ad. I just can't remember what it is. Go on to r/commercials I hate. It's probably on there. That is actually an incredibly unhinged subreddit now. I used to browse on there every once in a while because it was just, sometimes I would see a commercial that I hated and I needed to just see a couple opinions from people who felt the same way I did. But these are just on a completely other level. It's actually unhealthy. I will go on there now and the people will actually be saying that I hope these guys die. They'd be like, does anyone else hope that Flo from Progressive dies? I'm like, what are you talking about? Are you okay? Have you just been released from the psychiatric ward? Like, what is going on? Day 1 off the meds. Day 1 no Latuda. I'm spending 12 hours on r/commercials I hate. Sorry, Mom, I can't come to dinner. I'm on r/commercials I hate. I finally found a group of people who hate the Liberty Mutual emu as much as I do. I found my people. That is, I don't understand the hate for that one. It's like not an incredible commercial by any means. I'm not saying that it deserves to win an award, but people on that subreddit absolutely hate the Liberty emu commercials for some reason. I don't get it. Maybe if some of them have been traumatized in the past by an emu, that's understandable, I guess, but I don't know how many people have been traumatized by an emu. It can't be that many. It has to be at least under 1,000, I feel like. Aren't emus also just exclusive to Australia anyway? So I feel like it's okay. Liberty Emu's an American company, I'm pretty sure. So the chances that an American sees that ad and has like a PTSD type situation is incredibly unlikely. Unless maybe they went to the zoo and the emu bit their finger or something and they have never been the same since. Then I guess that's understandable. But I still think it's very unlikely. I'd put it under 5% chance of ever happening. I'm gonna die? No, I'm not. You know what animal has always surprised me at having like a very sharp attack with its mouth is a duck. I remember one time I was probably 12 or something. I was at the park and I don't think I even had any bread or anything. I didn't have anything that a duck would typically be seeking. But I just kind of threw my finger out there at it and it bit it. And that was actually pretty painful. So lesson is, do not allow a duck to bite your finger. It's not going to be good. Because in your head, you see a beak and you just think, oh yeah, that's it. You know, you don't have any thought process about, how do they chew up food? You just think, yeah, it's just the beak. They probably have a tongue, maybe. Other than that, I don't really care. Why do I have to think about that any further? I'm not sitting here trying to think about the size of their brain either, so... All I know is that they're weaker and dumber than me, so... What more information do I need to process about ducks? I think that's basically as much as I need. That and I should have learned that they will bite you and it does hurt. But maybe that's one of those learning experiences that you need as a kid. Sometimes you just have to mess up and do something that is painful to learn the lesson. And letting a duck bite you might just be it. That might be it. I have a 1000 combo going. Beware of me. Be aware of my existence, please. I'm avoiding this plus because I think I can hold off on getting it until I'm harmed, but I mean, I might be in a spot where I can't get to it when I'm finally fully harmed. Is my problem. Such as pretty soon, I might be harmed and not able to get this. Okay, I'm good. This is actually fun. This is easy. This is very easy. Alright, next stand-up bit, when I get a level up. We're gonna keep it going. I'm trapped. This is how it feels to be conservative in America. Look at this. Surrounded on all sides. Everyone throwing goo at you. Help. Where's the plus? Where's the plus? Where's the plus? Plus desperately needed. I think I accidentally picked it up. Yeah, kind of an epic fail on my part. All right, what's the next comedy topic? Relationships. Humorously explore the differences between men and women, dating woes, and navigating the complexities of modern relationships. Okay, hold on. It's just gonna be the Siri bit again, okay? So move on. Parenting. Tread lightly but tread lightly but humorously on the joys and challenges of raising kids, bedtime battles, and the hilarious things children say. Yeah, thanks. I definitely have firsthand experience with that. I can really, you know, do that. Food and eating habits, jokes about food preferences, dining out experiences, and the quirks of different cuisines. What about this? Give me a hypothetical situation that I can analyze and determine what I would choose to do. Hypothetical situation. You're a dedicated student in your final year of college and you've been working hard to maintain excellent grades. One day your professor approaches you with an unexpected proposition. They offer you a copy of the upcoming final exam in advance, giving you the chance to study and prepare for it thoroughly. The professor mentions that they have provided this opportunity to a few other top performing students in the past and they trust you to keep it confidential. Now you find yourself in a moral dilemma. On one hand, having access to the exam in advance would significantly increase your chances of acing it, securing a top grade in the class. On the other hand, you value honesty and integrity. You know that accepting the leaked exam would be a violation of academic integrity, and you trust the professor has placed and the trust your professor has placed in you. What would you choose to do and why? Well, the professor gave it to me. Of course I'm taking it. That's the easiest hypothetical I've ever seen. The guy gave it to me. And if he reports me, I go, well, then what do you want me to do? You told me to use it. You know, it's a win-win situation. I cannot lose in that scenario. If I'm already the top performing student in the class, then it doesn't matter. I probably would have aced the exam anyway. So I might as well just use the leaked exam and guarantee it. So that was actually a pretty horrible hypothetical. It was easy. Now, if I was the lowest performing student, then we might have a different hypothetical. Because now we're talking about me being someone who doesn't really know what he's doing. The professor, for some reason, gives me the exam. Then I might have to question it. Then I might have to say, well, I don't know. If he reports me, I can still probably say that, well, the professor gave it to me. What do you want me to do? Not use it? Fire the professor. Don't expel me. So yeah, never mind. It would not change. It would be the exact same situation both ways. Magmus. Oh no. What is that guy that just explodes and turns into like 50 million smaller versions of himself? It's like that one SpongeBob episode where he gets cut into a square. He runs through a grid of like fiber wire or something and he cuts himself into a million different SpongeBobs. They should do that. Here's a SpongeBob episode idea. This one's free. SpongeBob runs through a grid of fiber wire, cutting himself into a million different pieces. Each of those little tiny SpongeBobs has a different personality. Why? Because SpongeBob is a complex man. He's made up of a lot of different moving pieces, and each of those tiny SpongeBobs represents each piece of SpongeBob's personality. So now you got 1,000,000 SpongeBobs. That could be the episode title. 1,000,000 SpongeBobs. And Bikini Bottom is just running rampant with SpongeBobs. So you have the main SpongeBob, who's still like the original SpongeBob at its core, and he's tasked himself with gathering all the other SpongeBobs back together to reform into one unified SpongeBob. He's mostly successful. And so as you know, you do a little montage showing him gathering the SpongeBobs together, and he gets bigger and bigger back to his original self. But then there's one holdout. There's one holdout SpongeBob, and maybe his personality can be that he's just like really grumpy or something. I don't know. But he doesn't want to get back together. And that's about as far as I can think of for that. But anyway, I'm sure that the geniuses over at the SpongeBob writing team can figure something out. So there you go. Original SpongeBob SquarePants episode idea for 2023. I'm looking forward to seeing it on the big screen. And then at the end, you can put dedicated to Grindivius. Thank you. And a nice little Easter egg in the episode. You could, for one of the SpongeBobs, you could do he could have my voice, and I could do the voice for that SpongeBob. Why? I don't know. You don't have to have an explanation. That could just be the way it is. It could just be like, oh, this is what SpongeBob would sound like if this personality trait had taken over more of him. Maybe it could be the smart SpongeBob. There you go. I'm not saying that because I'm smart. I'm saying that because SpongeBob is typically a goofball. He's not smart. Don't get it construed. I'm not that smart. I'm not Albert Einstein. I actually think, at this point, I think I would fail any math test that was given to me that's like above the grade level of 9th grade. I think I'm cooked. I was never good at math, and at this point I've probably forgotten most of what I learned. The 2 or 3 math courses that I've had to take in college that were required were such a pain to get through. I took statistics thinking it would be easiest, and it probably was the easiest of my options. Because one of them was like trigonometry or something, or calculus. I didn't learn any of that in high school. I took a different class in high school because I could not do it. I think I would have had a miserable time if I had taken pre-calc or whatever. It was not happening. But anyway, statistics. I think I almost failed that class, actually. Because that's when I realized that in other classes, especially like history classes, I didn't really need to study because I just liked the subject so much that I didn't... As long as I took notes and paid attention in class, I was fine. So I thought that would carry over to the math classes, even though I didn't recognize the fact that I only did well because I actually enjoyed the material that was being taught in class. And I did not enjoy anything about statistics. That was not enjoyable. And therefore, I didn't do well in that class. Okay, I didn't mean to go in there immediately, but here we are. What is this, level 4? AKA the level where I die immediately? Hold on, many people are saying that there's a chance. Many people are saying that I have a shot at survival here. Many people are saying that I'm losing HP rapidly, which is true. And, I don't know. All I have to say is, it's true. I'm probably not going to be surviving this much longer. They're dying. I don't know how they are dying, but they are. My one opening. Is there any health around here, please? Medic? Can I get a medic? Can I get a medic? 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 I'm dead. I'm dead. Goodbye. Goodbye, world. 408. That artifact unlocked. Blobbath. Only blobs will spawn. Minus. What is X? Score minus 0.15. Steve, I care. Make my life easier. Yes, please. I didn't mean to buy that. Peculiar fruit increases the attack. Okay, whatever. Increase attack range. That's fine. I like that. I'm a fan of increasing my attack range. I'm a fan of it. What else can I say? Hey, ChatGPT, that was a pretty terrible hypothetical. Can you give me a better one? Thanks. Hypothetical situation. You're a talented musician who's been performing at local venues and gaining a small but dedicated following. One day you receive an exciting offer from a well-known record label. They want to sign you to a contract and take your music to a global audience. This could be the big break you've always dreamed of, but the contract they offer comes with some significant changes to your artistic freedom. The record label wants you to modify your music style to fit current popular trends, which means you'll have to move away from your unique sound and creative expression. They also want you to take on a new stage persona that aligns with their marketing strategy. This is stupid. How much are they paying me? That's the real question. How much are they paying me? Listen, how much is the record label paying me? In this hypothetical situation, I didn't specify the exact amount the record label is offering you. The focus of the scenario was on the trade-offs between fame, artistic freedom, and financial success. Okay, well, that's a part of my decision making. I want to know how much money I will be receiving for giving up my artistic freedom and creativity. ChatGPT, you're a moron. You're an idiot. You're a fool. Goodbye, Goobies.